Yeah, you can mute. You can mute. Okay. So yeah. All right. So as you can see, this is one of the prestigious journal, Material Chemistry and Physics, and this paper they published in 2026. Recently, they have published it. But after publishing, as you can see, the red mark retracted. So do you guys have any idea regarding the retraction? Okay, so if no, if you don't have any idea regarding the retractions or plagiarism, so the thing is, retraction can happen. Retraction means the withdrawn of the papers from the database. So, and this is a serious ethical misconduct, academic misconduct. So, and the authors in the papers, maybe they are very good researchers. They have published probably thousands of papers. Some of them might be, and they have very good career, professors, distinguished professor, and so on. Very good reputation in the world. But if this happens, these retractions, there might have like some students here, some professors here, but all of them is responsible for the misconduct which has been happened, um, or which has been in the paper, regardless who has done that. Maybe this paper, as you can see, is a 14-page paper. So if you search in Google retracted paper, you will get hundreds or even more, thousands. Okay, but I'm giving you the context of the consequences of having retractions. So as you can see, like 6-7 authors are here. Maybe this guy is a professor. He did not even read the paper, but that's not ethical. Everyone has to read the paper and approve it before submitting to the journals. So this ethical misconduct can be different types. So you can note it down. I'll just share some of the ideas or some of the points, but there are many. So one of them is writing without giving proper acknowledgement, or 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 what should I say? Credit, proper credit to the researcher who has done that research before. You are getting some information, putting some information in your paper. For example, as you can see, let's go to the reference number 1. So nanomedicine receives the application of, I don't know what is that, application of engineered nano device and nanostructure of something preventing, treating, and controlling illness at the molecular level within human biological system. So this statement is essentially from this paper number, reference number 1. If I click it here, it will go there. You can see this role of nanotechnology, this and that. So this paper they have cited here, and that means they have received this information from that paper. Okay, they have cited this paper, which is good. But if you do not cite this, let's say you have written it, but you have not cited this paper, so that is ethical misconduct or academic misconduct. You cannot do that. That is cheating. In simple word, it's cheating. So any information, unless it is very simple, well-known fact, but the thing is something like, we everyone knows that, like conservation of energy, right? So energy can neither be destroyed nor be created, this and that. So these are pretty simple things, pretty simple physics, chemistry, and so on and so forth. So that's what you don't need to put the references. But the specific information you are dealing with or you are putting in your paper, and that information you have received from other authors or other papers, you have to give proper credit. So credit can be, okay, one might ask question that how about if I do the paraphrasing or modify it? Okay, so that's what you have to exactly do. Otherwise, that is going to be the plagiarism. Even though, like, if you copy this sentence exactly as it is from the other references, like they have written this exactly same sentence, and you just copy and paste it here, and then put the references of the reference article. But still, it's a plagiarism because you can collect information from the paper, but you have to write in your own way. You have to paraphrase it or write in your own way, but the key information can be from that paper, or the idea can be from that paper. So even though the information you are paraphrasing, you are changing it, but still you have to cite them because this is the key information or the basic information from that paper. And sometimes there are some ideas which you can easily twist. Let's say you got, let's see whether we have figures here. Yeah. So let's say this is the figure, and this figure, if it is entirely your own idea, because as you can see in the paper, so they have not put any references. This is pretty simple thing, so that's why they didn't put it, and it's entirely from themselves. Therefore, they did not put any references. But in case it's a bit complicated, and this idea or the actually this is the methodology. So this idea probably you have got someone else's paper from someone else's paper, and you do modification by your own. Do you need to put the references? The answer is yes. Even though you do substantial modifications, if you collect that idea from someone else's paper, if it is from your own idea, like you are reading like 10, 15, 20 papers, and you have generated some idea out of that knowledge, and you are proposing something from your own, in that cases, you don't need to put any references. But if this figure, like if you collect this figure from someone else's paper and then you change the color a little bit, like, okay, so they have put blue color, you are putting red color. They have put an orange color, you are putting brown color. So that's not the proper way of modifications. That is not going to be the work which can be considered to be your work. Rather, it's still the other paper's work or other paper's idea. You still have to put references. Okay, so in this cases, as you can see, this figure they have collected from reference number 38. They are putting references, but this is even not the proper way of some high quality journals. This high quality journals, and especially for the book chapter, even though you cite, you have to take the license. Meaning, so there is a way I taught Soumik how to get the license. Later on, I will show probably if you once we do submit the publication paper in a journal. So they have just straight away cited the paper. The publisher will yeah. Okay, so the publisher will ask for the license for this from this publisher, article number 38. So there is a way, as I said, we can take that license from them. So in that cases, we have to write adapted or reproduced, adapted or reproduced from reference 38 with the permissions from Elsevier. For example, if this is the Elsevier publications, let's see what it is. 38 number. Okay, we need to check it. Like, what is that paper? And this is Frontiers in Frontiers Microbiology. It's a Frontier journal. Okay, so these are the publisher. So we have to get the license from them. Okay, so we have to fill up a form and then putting informations of which journal we are going to publish and this and that. Then they will give us the license. So I will show you probably later on how we can get it. So what is that? Okay. Okay. So so now I hope it's clear the importance of putting references and giving proper credit to original author or original article. Okay, so and as I mentioned before, if the idea is your own, then in that cases you don't need to put the references. Like this is the idea, like this is how they have conducted the experiment, so they did not put any references there. And another thing I mentioned is, I'm just repeating so that you don't forget, or if you probably you should note it down, that so that later on you can cross check it, or you can come back and then refresh your mind while writing or while applying in your paper. So why this paper got retracted? Simple things. So the simple thing is here, section 2.3.4. Section 2.3.4. As you can see, superoxide dismutase, SOD. This section, I'm not familiar with these types of biological things, but so that's our idea is to talk about the retractions. So in this case, in this section, they have written something, as you can see, a very sophisticated words. Okay, so this is the procedures of doing the experiment. Like a phosphate safeguard answer was used to regulate the pH to 7.8 and so on and so forth. This is the experimental procedures. But as you can see, the next paragraph, what they have written here. Subsequently, 1 milliliter of the masculine of an ethnic group. Can you imagine how dangerous the words or phrase is? How did that happen? In the paper, that's supposed to be this. Agent was added to 20 milliliter of skin sample. Later on, when it was identified, the publisher changed it to the original wording which it's supposed to be. But how did that happen in the first instance? This was happened because they were getting that information, or they have written them by themselves. They wrote by themselves, but later on what they did, they copied that part to improve the language quality. To improve the quality of the language, they have probably used some sort of AI tool, like Quillbot is one of them. Okay, and try to paraphrase it. Once they try to paraphrase it, that unusual very weird word was suggested. Masculine. Masculine ethnic group, masculine of they are suggesting to masculine of the ethnic group, which is very serious statement. Okay, and there have no relationship with this subject. Uh, there is no relation with the subject matter and the sentence they have put here. So what they did possibly, so you know they used this kind of paraphrasing tool or AI tool to paraphrase that sentence or upgrade that sentence using that, but without checking what the changes has been made by the AI tool. For example, for this one, paraphrase. So I want to paraphrase it. Let's say. So as you can see, this sentence has been paraphrased. These red words are the modified or changed word. Applied, light exposed, and then added after, following. This word, the following, has been changed to added after, and so on and so forth. As you can see, before has been changed to previous, this way. So this sentence looks good. Nothing wrong with this, but we are checking it, right? After paraphrasing, we are checking it whether it is the correct word or whether this sentence actually makes sense. So from our reading, it looks like it's okay. Okay, we can copy and paste it here. But those guys, those who did that, possibly some of the phrases from here were changed to like this way. As you can see, the applied is changed to what? So that changed to masculine of ethnic group. And they did not check it. They did not read it through. Rather, what they have done, just simply pasting it here, copying it from here, instead of putting to their paper. Okay, and that created this blunder. As you can see, a serious derogative sentence, which is very offensive sentence, even mass killing of ethnic group. So because of that, when this, like, the readers read that paper, and they straight away email to the publisher, editor, and then they inquired it and found it true, and they did not get the justification from the authors, because they don't have the justifications. How can they have the justification of mass killing of ethnic group? And they could not give proper justification of putting that sentence, and hence the publisher retracted that paper, meaning they have withdrawn that paper. Okay, and if they usually put a note here in the online version. You will see the reason for the retraction. If you go to this paper, and you will see the reason is mentioned. Oh, sorry, my microphone got mute. So if there is interruptions or if you cannot hear me, just let me know. Okay. So as you can see, so they have given now, as you can see, this ChatGPT. Okay. Should I like, if I want ChatGPT or Gemini or any other AI tool to write the introduction for me on a topic, it will straight away write for me. But should I copy it and paste it in our paper straight away? See, so these are the references. These are the references. Negoi. So these are the references. So this might be actual paper because I have subscription, plus subscription. So this is more or less accurate. But sometimes if you use free version, especially, so they will generate some some artificial references which has no existence in the world. So if I ask you to write an introduction for geothermal energy in Bangladesh, and if you simply put it in the ChatGPT and ask, write the introduction for me for journal publication with in-text citation and bibliography, they will make it for you. And that is also cheating. That is also a cheating, because you are not using your own brain, human brain, to make it. And especially for the young researchers, so this is serious problem for you. If you straight away get the information, or straight away write a whole paragraph using ChatGPT, you won't be able to learn. You won't learn anything. So what you can do, that is called ethical use. What you can do, I explained in the previous lecture with Shomik and Dr. Mustain, how we can write the introduction and things like that. I will share the slides with you. You can have a look. So there are criteria to write the introductions. Like firstly, you have to write some of the backgrounds or problem that is called problem statement sentence. So there are different criteria, which probably I will take other classes to write how to write the journal articles again. But each of the topic takes long time, more than hours and hours, So that is out of the scope for today's talk. Therefore, we are just concentrating on the referencing as well as the ethical use of AI. So you should not, I do not allow you to write using ChatGPT, because you won't learn anything, and there is a possibility of AI detection. Of course, AI detection will be there, and AI detection, as I can show you. Okay, so I copy this part and check the AI detections. Okay, so this is the writing from ChatGPT. Okay, so I have copied that part and pasted in the AI detector Quillboot. So again, this is my one is the premium version. So I am expecting better accuracy compared to the free one for both of them. ChatGPT, Gemini, all I have the premium subscriptions. So if I want to check this one, you will see the detection of AI. Okay, let's see how much is the detection. As you can see, it's 100% AI generated text. 100%. So which is true, because we just have copied from here and pasted in our paper. If you do that, it will return as 100% or even 60%, 70%. Even though if you change some words from here, that will result some sort of AI, because the structure is same. By changing few words from here and there won't make it humanized. But there is other way, like there is a humanization tool here, AI humanizer. If I go there, so and paste it here, and I can yesterday humanize it and see the changes. So now, so this is not correct. So 73%, it says 73% human. That means the writing here. Okay, I should remove this referencing. Rehumanize. Basically, this is a zero human. That means 100% AI. And this is 55% AI. So they have changed it. But there is a problem here. You have to check it. You have to check it because sometimes the word they have changed to does not make any sense at all, because they are not expert in the field. Therefore, they are just changing the words based on the programming they have. So the algorithm they have is a bunch of words, synonyms, bunch of synonyms for promising, for example, or favorable prospect. They have changed to promising area. So they have a list of words here, like promising, potential, attractive, highly prospective, and bunch of words are there. So in their algorithm, they changed the words only. And hence, we see there are some sentences which does not make sense. So that's why in this case, you have to implement your brain. So nevertheless, I don't recommend you to write from here and go to the Quillboard or other paraphraser and humanize it. You won't learn anything. And there is a possibility, huge possibility of the writing to be distorted. If I write this way and change the word here and there, make some changes and reduce the AI detections, yes, we can do that, but that's not going to work for you. So some sentences might not be convincing. Very weird sentences may not be relevant to your topic. The topic you are working on might not be any relevance with the sentence you have written, but because it is just copied and pasted from the AI tools. So therefore, even though you write it in a naive way, you're very pretty simple sentences, I strongly recommend you, especially for the beginners, go ahead with this. I don't mind if your sentence is wrong, if your grammar is wrong, if your structure is wrong. So that's acceptable. But simply copying and pasting and showing the smartness, because these guys who are judging our work is more smarter than you and me. So they can straight away, even without checking anything, I can say that this is ChatGPT writing or AI tool used writing. So because the structure is same in the algorithm given in the AI tool. Therefore, I again emphasize, whatever you can, just write by yourself. But I'm not restricting you to using AI tool. Of course, you can use it. That's what I repeat again. You can smartly and ethically use AI tool. There is nothing wrong with it. I use ChatGPT extensively. I use Gemini. I use many other AI tool, but you need to understand the ethical practice of it, which is, I show you an example here. So in the today, I was working on something, lunar hydrogen. Okay. So what you can do, you can collect information. Like you have to know by yourself that what is the way of writing introduction. Let's say introduction you are writing, right? So you need some background information regarding, let's say, geothermal energy in Bangladesh. Okay. So I need to know some information. Okay. what you can do is in ChatGPT, you can ask the statistics of geothermal energy in Bangladesh with references. So it will give you the references, as you can see. So commercial geothermal plant in Bangladesh is 0. And from where it got that information, this is the paper. Industrial thermal capacity, geothermal capacity is 0. Proposed national geothermal generation potential 1000 megawatt using 100 to 150 wells. This is the information from the paper. Okay, so as you can see, lots of information are here, and it's pretty much correct information, but still I cannot simply get it from here and paste it in our paper. What we have to do, you have to go to that references. If your version of your ChatGPT is free version, possibly you won't get the references like this, but I'm not quite sure. You can double check by yourself. Okay, so this information probably you need that. Okay, currently you want to write, right? Currently in Bangladesh, there is no geothermal based power plant. Okay, so this references, which is this one. Now you cite it here. Go there, and do you really cite it straight away? This sentence is basically from ChatGPT, right? So there is no commercial geothermal plant in Bangladesh. They have given the references, but what you have to do after getting that information, you have to go back to the paper, read it, and read it. If you read this, probably you will get that information. As you can see, Bangladesh could generate. Currently, there is no plant here. This information is here, of course. As you can see, the specific information given here, technical analysis suggests that geothermal plant in Bangladesh could generate up to thousands megawatt of electricity from 100 to 150 wells. So this is the information I am expecting. Okay, and this information ChatGPT has given me, and I verified it, and it's correct. Proposed national geothermal generation potential is 1000 megawatt, which is correct, matching with this 1000 megawatt from 100 to 150 wells. From, I remove this detection paper, from 100 to what did ChatGPT say? 100 to 150 wells. So that information is correct. Now I can put it here. Now I can put it here. So should I simply copy that sentence from there? No. Should I simply copy this sentence? The answer is no. Bangladesh could generate this and that with a production of this kilowatt hour. Okay. So for the beginner like you, I want you to write by yourself. Okay. Bangladesh could generate. Bangladesh could, like you read that sentence, right? From here. And you put it in your brain. You put it in your brain and then write without seeing it, without copying and pasting it here. So let me write it for you. Bangladesh, I just have read one time, right? Bangladesh can potentially generate 1000 megawatt of electricity using geothermal sources from 100 to 150 wells in different parts of the country. Okay. Okay. So this is my writing. This is my writing and what they wrote. Bangladesh could generate up to, see the differences. Bangladesh, I have written Bangladesh can potentially generate, but their writing, I just have read their paper and grabbed the information from their paper into my brain, but written by myself in just within 1 minute. And see the differences. Bangladesh can potentially generate, Bangladesh could generate up to 1000 megawatt of electricity from this and that. And see the differences. Bangladesh can potentially generate 100 megawatt of electricity using geothermal sources from 100 to 150 wells from in different parts of the country. As you can see, so there is a differences. So that means this is the information totally taken from that paper. However, the writing is different. This is my writing and this is their writing. That means I have not copied and pasted from them. In worst case scenario, what you can do, but still I don't recommend. Although I don't recommend, but for your learning, I'm just showing you. In worst case scenario, you can paraphrase using different tools. Like you can see, I'm just paraphrasing this sentence, and it has not changed a lot. Just simply one word is changed. Spread across. Instead of 100 and 100, covering an area. So this phrase is only changed to spread across. So you can, like, if you copy more and you can change it, you can paraphrase a bit more, you will see the differences. I paste it here. Okay. See, as a significant change has been made. As you can see, the red marks, these words are changed. Now you read it, whether it makes sense and it is resembling the original sentence or original text. The techno-economic research reveals that the geothermal plant in Bangladesh are capable of generating 1000 megawatt energy from 100 to 150 wells across a land area of 1000 to 15,000 hectares. Okay, with the production cost of about 0.04 to 0.05 USD per kilowatt hour. So it's making sense to me. So that means in these cases, you can copy and paste it here, the paraphrased sentence. Paraphrased sentence and put the reference. Okay, so that is worst case. But I'm strongly suggesting you to write by yourself, and then probably you can use the Grammarly, which I have here. You know, Grammarly is another tool. Okay, so you can install. It's a free. Although I have substitute, all I have is substitute version. So that's better accuracy, better suggestions that can provide. So yeah. So as you can see, it's a loading. Okay, so after writing by yourself, you can use this tool to fine tune it. Okay, for example, the suggestion for this sentence is technical research reveals that timer got disconnected, I think. Anyway, so yeah, so what I was discussing is, so you can see the fine tuning of here. So are capable of generating. So this word has been changed to the suggestion is can generate. So if you are happy with it, then you can just use this version of megawatt. In this version, there is no off here. So it's suggesting to use off. So I use this version, let's say. And similarly, for other cases, if you are happy with the suggestions, then you can accept it. Okay, or you can use different words by your own choice. Okay, so Now I hope you understand the ethical practice of using AI tool. Okay, so I will take an assessment whether you understood it properly later on. But now the second part is how to put the references, right? So there are many ways and many referencing tool. So the most widely used or most preferred one, especially from our cases, from us, is this one, which is called EndNote. Shomik is using this, and I want you guys to install this software in your PC. So after installing, so you just open create a library. For example, you open the software, and then I start from the beginning. File, open. Sorry, not open. New, um, new, and save. Put your name like my library. Okay, my EndNote library. I leave it like this. So I save it here. It's entirely new. So it's a fresh. It's a fresh one. I remove the old one. Okay, my previous library I'm removing. All right. So this is entirely fresh. Nothing is here. So first of all, I have to insert the reference in the library, in my EndNote library. How we can do that? There are many ways. I show you few of them. For example, you got the information of this paper and you need to cite this paper. You go to that paper and copy this title. After copying the title, go to the Google Scholar. So you can use this kind of add-on, and it's pretty simple. I just have used the add-on, and there you can paste it, or simply you can go to the Google Scholar, and in the search bar, search the article. So you do this verifications, verify it. Okay, so this is the article I need to cite, right? So as you can see, for every article, you will see these options: save, cite, how many times it has been cited. These are some information, and import to EndNote. So at the beginning, since I have the setting like this, therefore it is coming like this. This option is available. But in your cases, this option will not be available. So in that cases, you have to click in this three line, and you see the settings. Go to the settings. In settings, from bibliography manager, you choose EndNote. Okay, you choose EndNote. In initial condition or initial setup, in default setup, this won't be there. EndNote won't be there. Usually it might be BibTeX or something, RepMan or RepWorks. Usually EndNote is not in the default setting. So you put the EndNote and save it. Okay, since my one is already saved, so I don't need to do that, but still I can do that, no problem. So once you see this option, import into EndNote, click it here. Click it. Once you click the reference, the citations, it will ask to save that citation. Usually it's named as Scholar, so but don't bother about it. Just simply anywhere you just to save it. Okay, save. I save it. It's already there, so I can replace it. So once you save it in, if you use Google Chrome or any other browser, you will see one of the options is coming here, like it has been downloaded something. So, and you just simply click it here. Okay, if you simply click it, it will straight away go to your library if it is open. Make sure your library is open, EndNote library is open, and you click it here. Just simply click it. The reference will straight away go there. as you can see. So this is the reference, and this is, if I double click it here, if I double click, we can see the details of it, name, edited, everything. So if you want to see the how it will be cited, you can just play around with this. You can see this, you know, see the reference. This is the style in your paper. In the bibliography, it will be shown like this. So for every references, it must have author names, it must have a title, it must have the publisher, which journal it has been published, it must have, sometimes it may not be available, but it is acceptable. But these are the pretty common or mandatory information you have to have: author name, year of publications, title, and the publisher, journals who are publishing it. Sometimes volume number is not there, page number. This is the volume number, you know, this is volume number, this is the page number, so article number, and sometimes there is page number, there is issue number, and so on and so forth. So if you click it, edit here, you know, see edit, you can edit information from here. You can see a bunch of info. I will show you later how to do it manually, but automatic one I just have shown you. So here, in summary, you can just click it here, insert, and the cursor, the original article, you have to go to your original article and put the cursor where you want to put the citation. Okay, let's say I want to put the citation here. I put my cursor here, and then going to the library and insert, pressing insert. So it has been inserted here. See how easy it is. And there is other way. So a new tab will be generated in your Word, MS Word. So from that tab, you can also insert the references. If you see in the left hand side, insert citation. If you click it here, if you click it here, okay, so insert citation. No match references found. Wait. So I put it here. Insert citation. Come with it. What is this? Why it is showing like this? Okay, so this, go to EndNote. You can go EndNote here. You can come back here. Okay, so simply this I'll check it later on. So simply you just put your cursor the place where you want to put the citation in your from your Word, then just put the cursor there and alter 2, the reference is created here. Okay, so that just use alter 2, okay. So, and here in EndNote tab, instant formatting is off. Try keeping it off, because every time it synchronizes, it takes time. So if you keep it on, every time you make changes or put new references, it will synchronize. Like for 1 to 2 references, it's okay. But once you have like hundreds of references, then synchronizing every time, it will take a lot of time. Therefore, I recommend you to turn instant formatting off. And once you are done, or in the middle of the writing, or after putting 10-15 references, you can simply change it to on, and then put the references in the correct way. Okay, so this is one way of referencing. Let's say I want to put another reference here. Geothermal energy in Bangladesh. Let's say I want to collect some information regarding geothermal energy in Bangladesh. Okay, simply I'm searching in the Google Scholar. So instead of searching in what ChatGPT, I recommend you to search in the Google Scholar. Okay, geothermal energy in Bangladesh. So after searching geothermal energy in Bangladesh, only this phrase, this has returned how many papers? 40,000 paper, as you can see, in 0.18 second. So now you choose your one, you read one by one, and then cite accordingly. Okay, so let's say I want to cite another paper, this one. So actually I have cited that paper. It's the same paper. So let me cite another one, like this paper. So again, once I have clicked there, it is asking me to save, and then I click it here. So this is the second references. Okay, so now I have two references. So the most recent one will be imported reference list. So this is the one I have just imported. So after selecting this, if I press Alt 2, then the reference will be generated, the place where the cursor is. So as you can see, there two references are side by side. Now, so this one is not synchronized yet, but first one is synchronized. So if I want to put it together, then what I have to do from this, just either use this update citation and bibliography or simply changing it. So so you can use this option, update citation and bibliography, or just changing this one will work. As you can see, so this two has been merged together, and this is the correct way of referencing. Now, after referencing, you put one space in between. Okay, and you can see within the bracket, all references are there. And now, so if you put another reference here, as long as it is adjacent to the list, then it will merge together. Okay, so this is the direct way or instant way of referencing. Other way is like you have some references which is not available in the Google Scholar to transport directly, let's say. So what you can do, let's say this reference. Okay, so this reference it's not available in Google Scholar, let's say, for the sake of our understanding. So hypothetically, this reference is, most of the references you will get it in the Google Scholar. So if it is not there, you need to put it manually. Let's say there are some reports you need to do it manually. So what you can do, you go to the reference and click here, add new references, and whatever the shortcut you can see from here, this is the shortcut for Alt A. So if that shortcut is not here in your case, then go here. Like you will see all the options are here, add new references and insert references and so on and so forth. All are within these tabs. You just play around. So you click here, add new references, and then a pop-up window will come. And there you have to put all the information like title. Okay, so this is the title. Okay, and then author. This is the authors. Okay, in that case, you have to be careful that you should not put the subscript here. So in author, I have put it here, and you have to make sure so these A's are not there. Okay, and for each and every author, you have to have your new sentence, new line. Okay, and I show you. Okay, you have to have your new line, and if you put comma here, that means the entire things will be displayed in your reference. But if you put comma here, it's up to you or the journal. So sometimes if you want to put like Rahman MT this way, then you have to put your comma here. And if you want to put entire part in your references, then you have to put at the end. So if I put it here, then that will be displayed. The last name and the first few names will be the first on letters only, like MSR, Sakib. Okay, so there are many ways to put the references, but I'm just showing you. Okay, so okay, so this is I hope you understood. So now this is the volume number and publication date and so on. So I collect this information from here, and this is the journal. I copy together. Okay, so result in engineering is the journal. Okay, and volume number is 26. Volume 26. I removed that information. I just copied from there. So year 2025, and this is the article number. Okay, so and after copying, I remove all this. Article number, type of article, alternate journal, article number. This is the article number. Okay, so I finish it. Anjuman F, comma, and remove the D and remove this. You have to make sure there is no space. If there is a space, it will be displayed in your paper as well. So, okay. So, Niyogi, this paper, this is the paper manual citation. Okay. So, after that, I save it here. Okay. I saved it here. And cross. I cross it. I crossed that. Okay. So, if you go to the all references, you will see that references has been created here. This one. Okay, Pradeep Niyogi, a computational CFD modeling study, and this and that. Okay, manually created by me. So I can see how it will look like. So you can see this will look like this. Pradeep N, Tahamidur R. I said you in a reverse way anyway, and this and that, and then you can see result in engineering journal, and so this is the reference. Now you can put this reference here. Let's say I want to put that. I want to cite this paper here. So I can't press Alt+2, or if I go to the reference, I can insert from here, or Alt+2. I inserted here. It has been inserted here. So now, as you can see, maybe okay. So now I refreshed it. After refreshing, it has got the proper way. Proper way it has been cited after refreshing. So now you can see, go back to at the end. At the end, you will see your references. This is the references. So these 3 references I have cited in using my EndNote software, and you can see the list here. All 3 references are here. So now, if you need to remove one of them, you just simply select and delete. Okay, so delete, and if you refresh it on off, then you will see that references. Oh, it has not gone. It's supposed to be, so because this reference is again cited here, so you have to remove from here as well. So if you entirely remove, like from there, I remove, but still that references is cited other places like here. So therefore, it's still there in the reference list. Okay, so let's say how to remove references from the list where I have multiple references. Okay, so I show you. You click it here. Okay, remove this. So this guy creating problem. So quit. So I want to remove or edit from this list. Okay, you select it, right click and edit citation. Edit citation and go to more. Okay, so from there you can like, I have 2 references together like this one, right? So these are the reference. Let's say you want to put this on early, Ismail et al. 2022. If you want to put that early, okay, this is the first one. If you want to rearrange this, you can rearrange it, or it will be taken as the year, I believe. Anyway, so if you want to remove any of the references from here, let's say I want to remove Uddin. So Uddin on, just go edit references. Don't put edit reference, but the drop down box in the right hand side and remove it. Remove it. Okay. Remove the citation. And if I click OK, you will see it has gone. So this is how you can do the referencing. Other way, straight away from Science Direct, you can put the reference from here, like you can see the site, this comma, double inverted double comma. So from here, you can choose either BibTeX or RIS. Usually I use RIS format. So export citation to RIS. Click here, export citation to RIS. So it will ask you to save. So I'm saving it. Okay. Again, same way, just click it here and it will come straight away in your reference list. So the most, I think that the same reference I have cited twice. So I have shown you three ways. One is from Google Scholar, another one from Science Direct, like from here. Another one is from the manual one, how we can cite from here, there. I have also shown you how to edit the references. If you have single reference need to delete, just delete it. It will be gone if it is not cited anywhere else. But if you need to remove from multiple reference list, then in that cases, you have to right click and go more and then remove from here that particular references. Okay. So this is how you can do the referencing. I hope you understood the ethical practice of using AI, how you can use EndNote software, how to remove or eliminate the plagiarisms. Any questions so far?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm happy to take some questions.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned that we cannot use any software or tools without licensing. As you know, S1 Plus is the paid version software.
No. Without licensing, for our cases, I said I have the subscriptions. But yes, it's ethically, you have to have the licenses of all software. But I don't know what to do with the licensing issue of the software. If we have like cracked version or something like that, that's what I can't definitely say you anything. So it's up to your choice. But as an academician, in ethical perspective, I recommend you to have your own license. That's it.
Sir, this is the so expensive because a student cannot afford it.
I understand. So if needed, we have to manage it. We can discuss that later. This is out of the topic of the discussion today. Okay. So did you understand the referencing? Any question? Any more question?
Sir, I have understood all topics you have discussed. There are no questions from my perspective.
Okay. Abdul Razak, do you have any question?
No, doctor. I don't have any question.
Yeah, I know you know how to do the referencing. Yeah. So yeah. So you guys install the software, and if you need any help regarding the installation or because Shomik is using it for a while, so you can get, I think, a bit of help from him regarding the installation, and even if you don't understand anything or if you need any help, he will be available to help you. And also we are also here to help you. So try to be as honest as possible, as transparent as possible, because there is no alternative. There is no shortcut way of doing research. So research is the most ethical way you have to do, because you are doing something for the benefit of yourself. Of course, it will benefit you, but in a holistic approach, in an overall perspective, it will benefit the generations to come, then future generations to come. Like if I deliberately, like we are not free from error, we all make mistakes. That's very simple, very common. We can do that, but not deliberately to make other people fool, to gain something. So that's not ethical. To be honest, honestly speaking, you have to be honest for the sake of your future generations or the juniors who will be using your work as a reference. Okay, so try to be transparent, as honest as possible, and do not do any misconduct, unethical practice while doing research. Probably your citations, your number of articles will be less, but ethically your moral will be high. Okay. I hope to have sessions with you for other aspect, like how to write introduction, how to write abstract. For each and every topic requires lots of discussions. So over the time, we will have more discussion, more sessions. So for today, I stop it here. If we have any questions during the writing, during your work, so feel free to ask your supervisor, especially who has been nominated for you. And I am always here to help you as well. Thanks very much. If you don't have any question, I stop it here, and I will see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam.
All right.